Hey, what up, guys? So coming to you this morning, we're going to discuss the weekend preview for June 21st through the 23rd. Surprisingly, there's no fights on Saturday, the 22nd. We only have fights on Friday night and then on Sunday, two different cards. So we're only going to discuss about 3 fights here, so it shouldn't be too long. So let's jump right in. So first up on Friday night, in the main event of a DAZN card, I haven't heard anything about the undercard that's anything exciting. So, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be, they're going to have a whole card like DAZN has been doing. This is Golden Boy bringing it to you. The main event, only fight we're talking about, it's a rematch for the WBA Super Featherweight, which is 130, regular championship. It's going to see Andrew Cancio versus Alberto Machado. So, who's the former champ? Machado is. These two guys fought back in February. They main evented a DAZN card, and actually, Cancio scored one of the upsets of the year. It was a big-time upset. Machado came in the undefeated champion, and Cancio was a nobody. You only knew him from losing to Joseph Diaz. He really hadn't beaten anybody. He got in there against Machado. He got knocked down early. And then in the third round, he hit Machado with a shot with a left hook that really just seemed to zap the energy out of Machado. And then in the fourth round, he just, I think he scored 3 knockdowns en route to the fourth round stoppage, becoming a new champ. Now, Machado said it was weight. It was the weight. Because Machado's been talking for at least a year and a half about moving up to lightweight. He's a big super featherweight. So he's been talking about moving up, and he stayed down because there's better options at 130 than there are at lightweight. But, I do think the weight had a lot to do with that one, and we're going to see for sure on Friday night. I think it should be interesting. I think Machado's gonna be able to maintain the weight for this fight, though, and get his revenge. I think he scores a knockout probably early on in the early rounds and regains his world title. And that's going to be it, in my opinion. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Cancio can pull off the upset again. He's just nothing special. I mean, Cancio got lucky because a guy's weight was the issue. But if he's really that good, we're going to see heading into this one. Cancio right now is number 4 at super featherweight for me, and Machado is number 6. So they get a chance to prove who the better man is for sure. Rematches are always fun. Guy gets a shot at revenge. So that's Friday on DAZN. Make sure you're checking it out. Then on Sunday, we have a Fox card which is PBC fighters. Start with a co-feature, which is Guillermo Rigondeaux. Former unified super bantamweight champ. Now he's officially returning to super bantamweight. He's taking on former world champion Julio Ceja. This is a good win to reestablish himself in the top 10 at 122. I have been yelling for years that Rigondeaux, had not beaten anybody, and it really has been a long time since he's beaten anybody significant. Julio Ceja, coming in the underdog, former champ, he's still a decent name and opponent. I'd say he's probably like a top 15 super bantamweight in that area, but he's not a top 10 guy. He got upset against Franklin Manzanilla last year when everybody thought he was going to pull off, he was going to get in line for a shot against Ray Vargas, and Franklin Manzanilla knocked him out last year. So Ceja's not, at the top of 122 anymore, but he's a good, solid name for Rigondeaux to be throwing himself back in the mix in this division. So I think Rigondeaux is going to beat Ceja. I could see him stopping Ceja if he really puts his foot on the gas pedal. So I'm going to predict that. I'm going to say a stoppage win for Rigondeaux in the middle to later rounds, and that's going to reestablish himself as a top 10 super bantamweight. So we'll see what happens. That's what's going on. Should be a good one. The main event is going to be Jermell Charlo returning. He was supposed to get WBC title rematch with Tony Harrison. Harrison injured his ankle, needs surgery, so he had to pull out of the fight. So now Charlo is just staying busy taking on little-known Jorge Cota. Cota's got a good knockout ratio, but Charlo coming in heavy favorite in this one. As long as he doesn't get careless, I think he's going to win this one. I don't think he will. I think he knows he's got a world title shot waiting for him later in the year. And he's in good position to possibly unify belts at the beginning of next year. So I think he's going to take this one serious. I think he boxes, sets up his power, scores an early to middle rounds knockout over Cota, and stays in line for a world title shot. So not a huge weekend for boxing, but I do believe you're going to see 3 knockouts here, at least 2, and should be pretty decent. That's on Friday on DAZN, and then Sunday on Fox. Make sure you're tuning in. True Boxing, been hit with the truth.